Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q4 of the weekly contest 342. Minimum number of operations to make all array elements equal to 1. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Hit the like button many times because this one broke my heart a little bit. I mean, maybe not quite that bad, but honestly, I read this one, but I don't know why. I kind of misread it in my head after I read it. So initially I tried to solve for I tried to solve for not adjacent ones, just taking any two numbers and then making one of them one. So that really, I don't know. I wasted a lot of time and a couple of wrong answers, and actually like just kind of got lucky on quote unquote lucky on some of the test cases and stuff like that, and misunderstood the entire problem, to be honest. And then after a while, it actually took me quite a few times because it took me. So these two first wrong answers, I misread it, and then I think I don't remember. I mean, you could watch on the live portion, but it took me a little bit of time to kind of actually read it correctly, and then I kind of finally figured it out. Mostly after reading it correctly, but still took me a while. But I just misread it for a long time and stuff like this. It happens. Sometimes you just have bad days, and unfortunately today my bad day is on a contest where there are no hard problems. So this is going to destroy my rating, but that's fine. I mean, I do enough problems, so like it'll catch up, right? Like it'll come back up eventually. But it is still a little bit of a disaster. But yeah, but the core part here is noting that because now the first observation that you should make, and for me, to be honest, a little bit of a retro still, is that I did struggle with this part because I think I was just like, I don't know how long I would have taken if I reread this problem correctly, because I kind of got confused, and then you get stuck with certain ideas from solving a different problem, and then like, I don't know, it took me a while to kind of really get around to it, and especially with all the wrong answers, right? But the first thing to notice is that, okay, if you could get one number to be a 1, then everything becomes easy, right? Because if you have a 1, then you can spread to the left, like you could just kind of almost like pushing a domino, right? Like you could cascade everything to the left and cascade everything to the right to 1, so then you could do the math that way, right? Meaning that, yeah. So for example, let's say you have, I don't know, I'm just going to use some alphabets, right? Something like this, and F and G, one of them, or F, the GCD of F and G is a 1, so then you turn one of this to a 1, right? If this turns to a 1, then now you could cascade this to a 1 next, right? So you can do the math, and then you could count it that way manually. So then, based off that idea, the way that I thought about it was that, okay, what if I take a substring and that turns into a 1? So let's say we have GHI and the GCD of these three numbers is a 1, right? What does that mean? That means that if this is the minimal way to do it, because if only two numbers is needed, for example, if H and I is needed to become the GCD of H and I is a 1, then you only need two numbers, right? So by definition, if you need three numbers for whatever reason, the composition of those three numbers gives you 1. That means that you need all three numbers. And basically the way that you would do it, and there are a couple of ways you can do it, but really it's the same order, is that you would convert you would convert H to the, so okay, let me rewrite this a little bit. So you have G, H, and I. So then now the first step, knowing that this is going to be GCD, is that, and again, the emphasis is that no smaller subarray has a GCD of 1, right, in aggregate. Because if they did, then you would do it that way. But so that means that the only way to kind of we know that this is a 1, then the only way to do it is that take a GCD of G and H. So then now you have G, and maybe the next one is like some X and then I, right? And then now X and I will produce a 1, right? So then now, by definition of that's just how these things work, is just that now you have GX and 1. And then now you can go back and do 1 and then 1. So then that's basically the math of how to do it. And if you have another number, it's the same idea, right? So basically now, so you count the number of operations, which is now this is 1 operation, two operation. The third one converts this to a 1, right? And then now you could do another 1, 1, 1. So then now you do the math that way, which is, this times 2, right? So that's basically the idea, is that then now you brute force yeah, that's the idea, is that you brute force the number of things you need to do, right? There's a little bit more complicated than that in actuality, because, for example, you may just have a lot of already 1, so you could skip some steps, right? For example, if you have like 1, I don't know, 5, and then like 1, something like this, some numbers, it doesn't matter, right? Then in this case, your substring is 1, but then, and you would convert all of these, but obviously you subtract out the 1. So that's basically the other idea that you need to do, right? So I wrote this code. It's kind of ugly during the contest, but yeah. But basically, and you probably could reduce another factor of n if you're really like smart and careful, but I was not. And also n is 50, right? So I don't really need to do that much smarter. But basically, we go from start to j, and we just do a running GCD to get the GCD of the substring. And then if the GCD of the substring is 1, then we just basically count the number of things that are inside and outside, right? I hope this is right, to be honest. Maybe it's there's an off by 1. But basically the idea is, yeah. It's just counting the number of stuff that's outside the range, and it is equal to 1. Otherwise, then you just do the math that way. I probably don't need all this, to be honest, because if there's a 1 outside, then by definition it would have like been a smaller substring at some other time, or like inside rather, right? So yeah, I probably don't even need any of this, to be honest. Yeah. Let me play around this. We're still in the contest, so I might as well play around and see if this works out now. The idea, okay, well, I don't know. I'm just playing around anyway. But, yeah. So, okay, so, oh, because I don't do 1 element. Okay, so let's do this then. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. But yeah, but basically the idea is that we just want to count the number of steps that are outside of the start and j, because if they're 1s, then we can remove the number of things. You can actually do this with another for loop, because you can use like a prefix, suffix, sum, or something like this, of like the number of 1s, but I don't need to optimize it when n is equal to 50, so I'm not going to. But yeah, but the idea here is that, okay, now you do the doubling thing, like propagate thing from left, and then propagate it back, and then making sure that, yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you cannot do it, then return -1, but I think that should be handled here anyway, but I just wanted to make sure, and then otherwise return best. The way that I did it is going to be n cubed. You could reduce this to n squared. Like I said, this could be done with prefix sum or n suffix sum or whatever, but that idea, and then this would be all of 1, and then this would be n squared. But right now, the way that I did is n cubed. Hopefully it's understandable. Basically, all I do is look at a substring from start to j, or subarray from start to j, and then seeing with that the GCD of all of them could be 1. And if it's 1, then we just kind of count the number of things that are outside, and then propagate it back and forth, and then do the math that way. Yeah, and I had it a little bit more complicated. That wasn't necessary, just because, yeah, just because it wasn't necessary. because like, what's it called, induction maybe, you could show that if there's one inside, then you would have already just used it earlier on, and that would have been a better answer anyway. So yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. And yeah, you could watch me solve it live in the contest next, keeping in mind that the first half of it, I was just solving the wrong problem and really confused. And some of it is that I saw people solve it very quickly, so I thought maybe I could guess an answer, but I was just wrong. The way that I was doing it was totally wrong, especially seeing how I did it afterwards. If you can do a subway way, that means that you could choose any and choose K, and that would really not scale in either case. But I was just YOLOing a little bit and really just misread the problem, to be frank. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this one, and yeah, boop. Actually. Okay, good. Probably wasted a minute there just like watching, but that's okay. We're all here to have fun, not learn, right? Or whatever. Minimum number of operations to make all array. Select index I such that replace item with the GCD. So basically look at two adjacent numbers and then one of them to GCD. Okay. There's 50 of them. I don't know the answer yet, just to be clear, but basically, if the GCD of all the numbers are greater than 1, it's going to be whatever, right? So, but otherwise, what are we doing? We can always So one of these numbers, what is the point value of this one? 5? That sounds right, to be honest, because okay, so one of the numbers is if okay. I want to test the thing first, to be honest. Okay, that's good. Actually, it should return 1, right? That's why I want to double check. Okay. Okay. Is that right? If they're 1, 1, then it'll just be 3. Yeah, okay. You can't do better than changing one of them. So then otherwise. GCD. Let's say we have 2 and 6. So then that's obviously the GCD is a 2. And then we'll never get it. Otherwise. Otherwise, so there's no ones. So then now I think this has to be right, but I don't know, to be honest. I got the first one wrong, so that's bad. Oh no, this is just N. YOLO submit. Oh no. I actually didn't know if that was the case. Well, there goes finishing high. G is going to be 1. Huh, so there is an answer for, okay. That's what I was trying to figure out, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, I did it a little bit weird, okay. Then maybe I have to do something smarter. Okay, I was wrong my assumption, so okay. So this is not wrong, right? Because basically, what is the GCD for this one? It's probably worth, because I would have taken more than 5 minutes to kind of figure it out, but GCD is 1, obviously, but and the answer is more than N. So 6 and 10 is going to be, so my assumption was very wrong. People got it already, that's crazy. So 6 and 10 is, what's GCD of 6 and 10? 2. So then 6 and 2 and 15, and then 2 and 15, one of them is 1, and then you do the other way. Okay. How do you do it then? People are getting it, and I got it wrong, so this is not right. I thought that this would be right. GCD stuff is hard. Okay, so okay. Is 3 numbers good enough? If GCD of 3 numbers is 1, then what does that mean? What did I have? GCD is 1. So it was returning -1, not from here. So maybe this is still right, actually. But it is just more that but can you do something? What is the worst case of this? Right, you have 2, the numbers go up to 10 to the 6. You have 50 numbers, so what is the pigeonhole? What is the pigeonhole? I mean, that works, but can you do something like, is that still 4? Why is that still 4? Oh, because 25 and 6, I think. Maybe another 3, 45 maybe. But then, can I do a 4 number one, right? Like, Maybe not. I don't know. Can I prove this? Do I want to take another 5 minutes? YOLO. Okay, so I did find a 5-1. I was looking for this, but I couldn't. Okay, well. Four, two, six, three, do. This is a disaster. I don't even know. I honestly do not know the basis for this. So. This is terrible for my rating. But returned 4, but I expected 5. Why? So actually it's a different wrong answer, not because of this. I expected 5. Maybe I did this one wrong. 6, 10, and 15, but nothing on this one. Why is it 4? 4 numbers. Oh, it's here. Why did I return 4? Because 4 and 3. Yeah, 4 and 2 and 3. So then I don't get it. So 4, 2, 6, 3. Convert one of them to 1. So that's 2 and 3 is 1. 2, 3, 4. Did I misunderstood this problem? Oh, they have to be adjacent. Oh no. I forgot about the adjacent part. Oh no, I misread this problem. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Let's see, right? Something like that, right? If it's not 1, then that's not even right. What am I doing? Also, I should have kept the other things. But what was it? 4, 2, 6, 3, and then the other was like 6, 10, 15. What am I doing here? I have to think about this again. I misread this problem. Oh man. Oh no. Oh man, I am so dumb. Okay, I'm so dumb. Oh man, I am so dumb. Doesn't really matter. Whatever, doesn't matter. What is that? -1 is fine, but then this is just wrong, right? Oh. If but that means that this is wrong, right? 4263. I have to think about this. I just misread this one, or misthought of. I read it. I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. How do I do it? Oops. I do it naively, right? 2634. I do this converted to 2234, and then now this is equal to 1, and now this is 1, and then this is 1, this is 1, right? That's gonna be more than 4. How do I? Oh man, I don't even know how to do this anymore. I'm like, my mind is so messed up because I misread the file. Yikes! This is gonna be tough, and I have 10 minutes penalty. How do I do this? Okay, so let's say we could find one of them. Is this the 5 one? I think this is the 5 one because the 6-2. Okay, I think I got it, but I misread this so poorly. 6, 10, 15. And that takes what, 4? Then we don't count. Oh no. Else, then that's not good. That is current and J. No, because it looks at all 4. No, this is this plus 1. I think. We only have 2 numbers. Equals 2. I don't know how to do this. Fudge. Please. I don't know how to do this, maybe. I'd like me to do this also. Because this is 5. I don't know how to do this. Wow. Everyone's got this one, but I'm just like really confused. I think I'm just tilted from the other thing, but okay. So there's a difference between this and then this, right? That's the issue. Maybe. Is this 3? I don't even remember anymore. Let's give it some bit. I just don't know how to do this one, maybe. I misread this and then I didn't know how to read it. Yeah, well. So 0 to 5. What does that mean? So 0 to 5, right? 5. And it's like the GCD of all these as well. So this is 5. This is 5. This is 5. And then 5 and 4. I just don't get it. That's basically like this, but then this takes really expensive to get. Because that takes I'm missing something, probably. Well, the substring thing makes sense, but then now I have to minimize even the substring. And 15. No, you need all 3. So I don't know how to do it. This is a disaster. I totally misread it, and then now I'm just like confused. And I still have 15 minutes of penalty even if I get it now. One 5 is gonna be the min. 1 6, that's true, but not necessary. 1 5. How do I distill this though? Maybe this is actually this, instead of +1 is ×2 or something. Because you have to propagate up, I think is why. But okay, well, let's YOLO again. Okay, I don't. I get the ideas, but this is so like. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, this contest, everything in between. And yeah, stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.